again! I'm Mermaid Liv. Welcome back to my channel, or if you're a newcomer, welcome to my channel.
You say goodbye and I say shalom. Oh, shalom. Don't know why you say goodbye, I say shalom.
I'm so glad to have you here. I am a real-life mermaid and I make content for other real-life mermaids or aspiring mermaids, which may be you. If you know nothing about mermaiding, if you didn't know that mermaid tails and swimming as a mermaid was a thing, it is, and I will tell you all about it if you let me. I will talk your ear off about mermaids, and that's what I'm going to do today. So, what little kid doesn't dream about being a mermaid? I know I did. And when I grew up, I found out that I could be a mermaid. And now I'm living my dream. And I've done mermaid gigs before. I discovered that professional mermaiding was a thing, and I knew that was what was right for me. And so I immediately began to train in the ways of mermaiding, how to swim like a mermaid, how to act like a mermaid, how to own your own professional mermaid business, and how to advertise yourself as a mermaid, how to get gigs. I've done a few gigs, and I want to help other people accomplish that goal as well. This is going to be a video on how you can practice mermaid skills that will help you accomplish your dreams of being a professional mermaid in the winter, when it's cold out, when the lakes are frozen and the beach is cold and the pools are closed. Unless you live in like Florida or the Caribbean or something, in which case I envy you. I hate the cold. And most mermaids, I assume, hate winter as well, because we can't get our fins wet. It's just no fun. Stuck inside. I need vitamin C, and I also need vitamin D. I need to go outside and get some sunshine, but do I want to do that when it's freezing outside? Shell no. No, I do not. So I resort to sitting inside my bedroom, and I got a splinter. Owie. Resort to sitting inside my bedroom and snuggling under my mermaid blankie. What mermaid doesn't have one of those? They're great. But you can't swim in them, and that's the thing I like to do. But fortunately, there are other mermaid skills that I can practice. For example, I can get dressed up and make a video and, practice my poses and get some Instagram pictures while I'm doing that. And that's important because you need content. If you want to be a professional mermaid, you need to have pictures of yourself as a mermaid. You need to, get experience being dressed as a mermaid, getting comfortable in a tail, because being in a tail is not always comfortable. This tail, for example, it's a fin fun tail, and these monofins, it's a piece of plastic in between a little neoprene thing, and my feet are sweating in there. It's moist in there. Sorry if I made you uncomfortable with the word moist. Yeah, so there's a lot of discomforts about being a mermaid. I actually wrote a whole article on mermaid problems. I will link to that below. So check that out if you want to know, all the ups and downs of being a mermaid. I digress. So, one thing to keep up with during the winter is exercise. I know it might not seem fun, but you're not getting the exercise from mermaiding, and so you might get out of shape, and then summer comes back around and you get in your tail and you swim a lap and you're like, oh my god, out of breath, and so you really want to keep up with your cardio. It just helps you to stay a strong swimmer, helps you with your mermaid skills when you can go swimming again, or if you can go to a indoor pool if your gym has one, if your college has one. Right now everything's closed, so I can't really do that. Thanks COVID-19, ruining my mermaid life. And everything else. Everyone's lives. It's no fun. I digress. So yeah, exercise, really good idea. Stay in shape, do some yoga, another good idea, because when you're doing mermaiding, you sometimes do tricks or poses that might require flexibility, like let's say you want to go like this. Or something. Or just, posing for a photo, you use some of these muscles when you do certain mermaid poses, so do some yoga in your mermaid tail if you want. That would be kind of fun. So the next thing I recommend is practicing your acting skills. So a good idea is talking to yourself in the mirror, talking in front of a camera. Just practice interacting how you would with kids. Practice answering questions like, what do you eat? Where do you live? Where do you sleep? What do mermaids do? Do you know Ariel? Do you have any fish friends? Can you talk to fish? Do you have magic powers? So think of some answers. Think of your mersona. That's another thing you can plan out. Do a lot of mermaid planning. Plan to have your mermaid business, everything about it. Check out my last video, how to plan your mermaid business while you're at work. That has some good tips in it. If you have a day job that you work, how you can utilize that time to not only get your job done and make some money, but use your brain, use your ears to listen to information, or just to, brainstorm ideas and things. So yeah, brainstorming, you have all this time indoors. Maybe you stay in bed with a notebook and just write things down. Write all your goals and dreams and just plan everything you want to do. When I was first planning my mermaid business, I had a whole list of all the services I would offer, everything, my prices, different packages, like the standard package, the gold package, different options. And I wrote songs and I would write those down, and just a list of songs that I wanted to learn that I would play at gigs. So things like that, just plan stuff. And practice your singing if you want to. Not all mermaids have to sing. It's just kind of a thing. Mermaids are known for being musical, having beautiful, haunting voices and enchanting sailors, and the kids love hearing you sing. So it's fun to sing at a mermaid gig. I've done it, played my ukulele. That's another good thing. A lot of mermaids play ukulele because it's fun, it's pretty easy, it's adorable, it has a cute sound to it, a fun little Hawaiian sound to it, and it's just an easy small instrument to travel with. So I use my ukulele for gigs, and I sing mainly like Disney songs. I'll sing If You're Happy and You Know It, Baby Shark. Those are really easy songs to play. There's like 3 chords. You can learn it. So practice things like that. Maybe take singing lessons. I think you can do those virtually now, probably. So, or just listen to videos made by vocal coaches giving advice on how to sing better. And just, practice singing songs, memorizing songs that you would sing if you were doing a kids party or something. Another thing to practice is just mermaid poses and movements and facial expressions and body gestures. A lot of mermaids, use our arms like this, and we just very graceful movements and very, very slow and just graceful, and always practice smiling, making sure we're trying to smile, not just like a fake smile, but like you're actually happy, because kids want to see a happy mermaid. Everyone wants to see a happy mermaid. Sad mermaids are sad. So, try to be happy. Practice sitting up straight, and always point your toes. So you don't want when you're sitting, don't sit like this, sit like this. Nice straight posture, shoulders back, smile, point your toes. Mermaid Pose 101. Practice just posing like a mermaid in other ways. There's all kinds of ways you can pose, like on your side, or like this. There's just all kinds of ways you can pose. Just have fun, get creative. So other ways you can practice your mermaid skills. You can practice things in the bathtub. So that's a way to get your tail wet. It's not quite the same as a swimming pool or the sea. But it's the best you can do with what you have, unless you have an indoor pool. If you have one of those, can I come? If I had an indoor pool, then seasonal depression wouldn't be a thing. Comment below if you experience problems during the winter, like seasonal depression. What tips do you have for dealing with that? Should I make a video with tips for that? For mermaids, how to stay sane during the winter. This is how to practice mermaiding during the winter, which could be synonymous with how to stay sane in my case. So there are skills you can practice in the bathtub, and if you have a deep enough bathtub, then you're good to go. Even if it's not, you can still do these. But what I'll do sometimes is fill it high enough that I can like fully submerge my face, and sometimes I just kind of pretend that I'm in a performance tank, and I practice, you know, like waving and blowing bubble kisses and making faces underwater, you know, smiling underwater, and just showing emotions and making expressions and stuff. If you don't like opening your eyes underwater, you can use the bathtub to practice getting better at that, because it really just comes down to, you know, making yourself doing it and building up a tolerance to the discomfort of it. So you use the bathtub. It makes for great mermaid pics if you want to put your mermaid tail on and get in the bathtub. I've done that before. And the next thing is practice making stuff. So I made this top, and I made this hairpiece, and I wear these kind of things when I perform. And I sell them in my Etsy shop. I'll put a link to that in the description as well. You can use this time to start a craft business, an accessories shop on Etsy or something, or learn how to make mermaid tails. I have made very many mermaid tails, and I will put a link to my video where I show you how I make a mermaid tail. Check that out. It's not necessarily a tutorial, it just kind of shows me doing it, and so you can get an idea of how to make one. If you want to start a business making tails, then you gotta practice making tails, because you want to sell good tails, right? Yes. So those are just some of the things you can do to keep up with your mermaid skills. So I hope this was helpful for all you aspiring professional mermaids. Just don't stop dreaming and don't stop practicing, and remember, it takes a while to get there, but you can do it, alright? You believe, you can achieve. Motivational words of the day. Cheesy motivational words. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe. Leave a comment. That's all for today. Bye bye everyone.